Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be doing my tier list for Masters Madrid. I will leave a link to this down in the description below, and feel free to comment down below on where you rank these teams as well from S to D. So let's get started now. First, start off with the first seed for Americas, that being Sentinels, the fan favorite team. Sentinels have a very good roster. I mean, John QT, we've seen that he is an amazing IGL. Not only a great IGL, but he's a fragging IGL. He's like one of those rare types of IGLs that not only can basically tell the team where to go, run strats and stuff, but also can clutch up rounds every single time. Tens moving over from duelist now to flex, kind of mainly on the Omen role, which has definitely helped him. But because now that Omen might be out of the game for a bit, I'm interested to see of what Tens is going to be doing. Like, could we maybe see Pancada back in? Not really too sure, but we just have to wait and see. Zealous is the hype man who always comments on every single Twitter posted by the Sentinels bundle. He's a phenomenal player. I mean, he definitely brings in the energy, so that definitely helps them. Dekini is just a phenomenal duelist, an absolute protege as well, so it's really good that Sentinels actually picked him up from Exet, so I'm excited to see how he goes now with this team now in Masters. And Sassy, I mean, he's maybe the most consistent player on this team, so really excited to see how he goes. I don't think Pancada is going to be in it. I mean, Kaplan, he's a phenomenal coach, even though he barks at his team in Lotus and in the grand final, which was weird, but Drew Sparks is also really good as well. So incredible coaching stuff, incredible players. I'll probably have to maybe say S tier. I don't think they're the best. Okay, it could be S tier, but they could also be A. And if they are S tier, they're at the bottom of S tier. I think there's maybe one, maybe two teams that could be better than them, but I'm not really too sure. A team that I think that could maybe be better than them, or if not, maybe in the same conversation as them, is Loud. I mean, they've only done one change. That means they got QCK or Quick now in the lineup, and he has gelled in really well into this team. I mean, when he was with Furia, he was kind of just lackluster. He wasn't like being like flashy and impressive and everything, even though that went mainly to MW0. And I think he was mainly on Sentinel, correct me if I'm wrong. So with him coming back to Duelist, that has definitely helped him. I mean, we already know how good Sardak, Les, Terzi, and Kalazine are, so there's no introduction there. Pio, I'm pretty sure that's how you say the head coach's name for Loud. No, not too bad, but I think he's mainly been STKJ. I think he's mainly been the coach for the team who's been, calling out shots and stuff. So really excited to say, I mean, they beat Sentinels, and they lost to them very close as well in the grand final. So they could easily be better than Sentinels, in my opinion. So I'm not really too sure. I think they're definitely S tier as well, but I don't know if they could be. But I don't know if they're better than Sentinels. I think these two are very much. They're very much like similar, if not exactly the same, in my opinion. Next up is Edward Gaming, one of two Chinese teams. And they haven't really done much. I mean, the only thing that they've done is Sword9 has now returned as a player. So they've kept Haldong, Kang Nobody, Mongol as a sub, Chichu, and Smoggy. They kept After as a coach. I feel like this is a little bit like, I feel like compared to last year, Edward Gaming, this is the team. This team could definitely lose to a Chinese team. I mean, they were pretty close to losing to Wolves Esports, for example. And I'll be on, and I had them pretty low, but actually because I wasn't really too sure what their players were going to be like. But this team is a bit weaker in my opinion compared to last year. They weren't as dominant or flashy as they were last year, because I feel like teams have read them perfectly. So that's just my opinion though. And I think, and also Kang, he's now swapped over now more into KO, which is kind of strange. I mean, Gecko I can understand, because Gecko you can kind of play him as a duelist, but with Kang on KO sometimes, I think I like on Bind, I think, pretty sure. That's kind of strange, and they have to like work around it. So I'm pretty sure nobody, he has to be the duelist for the team, I'm pretty sure. So I'm not really too sure. I'll probably have to maybe give them maybe an A, maybe bottom A tier in my opinion. But yeah, the team I think is going to maybe be the worst out of these is FunPlus Phoenix, and that's not really because of, I think, they're just crap. there's just these teams are actually pretty decent and really good. Like, they haven't really done much. They kept Berlin as the IGL. They kept A and Lysol. All of them joined during, I think during Evolution, so during the Act series, or I should say the Evolution series. And they had a Life, who was absolutely cracked when he was playing with Edward Gaming and attacking Soul Esports, and now he's with FBX with some great players as well. But I just think these guys might struggle. I mean, these guys, I see FPX as like the Paper X of China. Like, they are so aggressive and they take unnecessary fights that I think it's just gonna bite them in the ass. So I think they're definitely a B tier, but I think they are maybe the worst team in Masters Madrid. A team that I'm extremely excited about is Carmine Cole. Like, Carmine Cole, from basically being the laughingstock of EMEA to being one of the best is amazing. Like, I am now becoming a Carmine Cole fan just because of how they were last year. Like, from being a shit show and a laughingstock in EMEA and basically the whole of VCT to now being one of the most scariest teams to go up against is amazing. I mean, Magnum as the IGL is phenomenal. Narrate, from being one of the worst, from basically being a part of the worst teams in North America, man lines, to popping off in Europe is amazing. Tomazi is really, really good, and I think he's incredibly underrated, including Shin as well. I think both of them have performed extremely well. And Martin has maybe been the most surprising player out of any players in VCT. I mean, this kid, I can't remember what team he was part of, but I'm pretty sure he was in the Italian region of VCL. And I think like a couple coaches have like scouted himself, but with Ang as well, like as a head coach who is a Masters winner, he did win Masters Berlin in 2021, so he knows how to win. And I also have Zeish as well, who just played last year, so he has a bit more. I guess like he can help the players more. I'm really excited about this team. This team, I think, is an S tier team in my opinion. I'm not really too sure. They could maybe be here. I'm guessing maybe better than Loud. They could maybe be bottom up here. Not really too sure, but I have so much high expectations for Carmine Cole that I think they're going to be really, really good. Next up is Team Heretics, the Spanish org that I bet the Spanish are going to be up. Definitely going to be behind them. So they basically have kept Boo as who's now the new IGL, and I guess Benji Fishy, who joined them during the LCQ, who has improved massively from where he was last year in the LCQ. I mean, he was alright in the LCQ, but now he's really, really good. They kept as well Nazino and Weber, both of them as the coaches. They have Mini Boo, the brother of Boo, in here as well, who basically both of them have just been terrorizing the games. Reigns, who was over in Istanbul for the during the EMEA kickoff, so this will be actually his first time on the stage other than the Red Bull home grounds. And Panatek, who's going to be the stand-in. I don't think Wutu's going to be playing for them this tournament, but I might be wrong. But Panatek, I mean, he is a great stand-in. I'm praying that he at least stays as a 6-page just in case, because he is a really, really good player. He's been all over the place. I think he was with the Sen for a bit. I think Heretics as well, I'm pretty sure, at some point. And I think last time he was with Diamond Esports. But he's a veteran player who's been in Valorant for a very, very long time. I'm so happy that he finally has this opportunity to be in Tier 1. But I have a feeling, I think they might be A tier in my opinion. Maybe better than Edward Gaming, but I think they're around maybe the A tier team in my opinion. Next up is GenG, the Pacific Seed team, the first one I should say. And they surprised me a lot as well. I mean, they have Munchkin, who I'm pretty sure is the IGL. They have Texture, and Incredible Duelist, who was kind of crap in Global Esports, but now he's really, really good now in GenG. They have Meteor, who's now actually kind of flexed onto the Sentinel role, which I like more than him just overheating as Jet. Lakia, obviously, better in Presidentship. And Charon, who has surprised me a lot as well on the smokes. He has played exceptionally well, especially late in the grand final against Paper Rex. Solo coming in as a head coach was a phenomenal signing. I was so happy when they signed Solo as a coach, because I don't have a lot of faith in HSK. I'll be honest, I don't have a lot of faith in them, considering that he coached the 0 and 9 team Detonation Focus Me, or 0 and 10, yeah, 0 and 9. Considering that he coached that team, I didn't have a lot of faith in them. I was like, oh, that's not good. But now adding Solo into the lineup has improved this team massively. So I'm really happy about that. That's a great sign for GenG. But compared to everyone else, I'm not really too sure. I don't think they're S tier. I don't think they're S tier in my opinion. I think there might be A, somewhere maybe between Edward Gaming and Team Heretics. But this team is just a massive unknown to me. Just because this team could easily flop, in my opinion. If we ever look back at their teams, I feel like Texture, Meteor, both, definitely Meteor can tilt it very, very easily. I think Munchkin as the IGL and Lucky as well, both of them with a massive veteran experience, can definitely help this team improve. I mean, hell, Munchkin, he has been in Masters events before. Lakia has also been in Masters events before. This is Texture, Carol's, and Meteor's first time in a Masters event. Lakia, I'm pretty sure last time was over in Neutron in 2021 for Reykjavik. Munchkin's last time, I'm pretty sure was like in Champions 2021 when he was with Crazy Raccoon for a time period. So, oh, actually, no, never mind. He was a T1. Buh. Just remember that. But either way, it doesn't really change the fact that these three players, Texture, Meteor, and Charon, have never been in a Masters event, and they could easily be absolutely worried and shitting their pants. So I'll probably put them in A just for now. And finally, to round this off, is PaperX. The right thing has been hit a bit, in my opinion. Munya coming in was a great sign, but he hasn't really shown that. I mean, there were a couple flashes of brilliance from him, but he hasn't really shown why PaperX signed him. I mean, don't get me wrong, he was phenomenal global esports, especially as Astra. I mean, there's a reason why they call him Mr. Split for a reason, the Split King for a reason, because he was phenomenal on Split. But now that he switched back onto Duelist, where he was previously in, I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen that magic where he was with Global Esports or Onyx Esports before he signed with Global. I haven't seen that yet. I mean, Mind Freak, Forsaken Divine, something, all those four are still popping off. I just need to see more from Munya, and I think I'll be happy. Do I think they're better than GenG? Slightly, yes. But I think they are probably worse than Team Heretics. This may be a pretty cursed tier list, but that is in my opinion. So I generally have Sentinels being the best. My ass is gonna be bitten because of that. Whatever. I mean, Carmichael could definitely be up there. Lau could definitely be up there. I just don't know, because I'll be honest, I've seen very little of Carmichael and Heretics just because of time zones and stuff. I've seen a lot of Sentinels and Loud. I've seen quite a lot of PaperX, GenG, EDG, and FPX. It's just Carmichael and Heretics are a bit unknown for me, but from what other people have been saying about them, they are obviously a phenomenal team. So I'll probably maybe stick with that. Could Carmichael actually win a Masters event? It's pretty likely they could actually do it. So that's really about it. So now, like, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. It will really help me, especially on this channel. And just like I said before as well, I will leave a link to this tier list down in the description below, so you can do one for yourself. So that's really about it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch guys next time in the next one. Goodbye.